Shalom, shalom. This is the brother Yeshaya coming at you again through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rachakodash. And before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rachakodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, pushing his word without truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom. I got this article pulled up in RT News. It says U.S. Congress to question Pentagon on UFOs. It says the U.S. House Intelligence Committee has scheduled a hearing to follow up on some 143 UFO sightings reported between 2004 and 2021. Representative Andre Carson revealed on Tuesday the hearing, scheduled for next Tuesday to be held by the Intelligence Committee's Subcommittee on Counterterrorism, Counterintelligence, and Counterproliferation, which Carson chairs. It says, since this is an area of high public interest, any undue secrecy can serve as an obstacle to solving the mystery, or it could prevent us from finding solutions to potential vulnerabilities. Man, there's nothing y'all can do, man. There's nothing y'all can do to stop the chariots, man. The chariots of the Lord are invincible. Esau over here is trying to figure out a way to stop this or to prevent it. You know, the elite, they know, man. They know, but the elite, even the elite, they keep their minions, their little lackey, you know, in ignorance. You know, but these top elites, man, they know that these are the chariots of the Lord. You know, they see they watch GMS, man. You know, they see the prophets out here, you know, prophesying. They know that we're a nuisance unto them. The UFOs are a curse unto them. You know, so that's why they have all their people, their lackey, trying to figure out how to stop it, keep track of it. But hey, no matter what they do, man, the chariots are always gonna prevail, man. Esau has no power. The Lord's got the true sword. Esau might have the blessing of the sword, but the Lord has a true sword, man. Who you think gave you that power, Esau? The Most High. Who you think gave you the ability to create nuclear bombs and these jets and these guns? The Most High. The Most High has technology, man, that make you go crazy trying to figure out what it is. And that's what you see these government agencies, the Pentagon, doing, man. They know they can't track it, man, so they're just like, you know what, whatever, man. But still, even then, they're still trying to figure out what it is, you know, trying to keep track of them, you know, trying to figure out ways to stop it, trying to figure out, you know, just different ways to, you know, I don't know, to track them, I guess, like I said, you know, track them, stop them, whatever, you know. But we know, you know, us in this truth that when Yahweh Shai comes back, he's going to come in one of these, man. These flying rolls, these chariots, these clouds. You know, that's what they say about him in the scriptures. You know, a pillar of fire. You know, when Yahweh Shai got taken up, what did the angels say to the apostles? You know, that the same way that you saw him get taken up is the same way he's gonna come back. Is with them chariots. You know, Yahushua, or who the world calls Jesus Christ, ain't gonna come back in no actual cloud with a horse and a light beaming down from the sky, and you know giving peace to everybody, giving hugs and kisses and everything. You know, when he comes back, he's gonna come in one of these chariots, these so-called UFOs, so-called UAPs, whatever Esau wants to call them. Esau always wants to name something, whatever the fuck he wants to name them. But Yahweh Shai's gonna come in one of these, is gonna start zapping y'all motherfuckers, man. All y'all heathen, and hey, y'all 2/3 too, for what y'all did to his people, and 2/3 for not believing, for rejecting the Lord. For counting Yahweh Shai's sacrifice as nothing. Because that's pretty much what y'all doing. So anyway, let me continue on with this article. It says, this hearing is about examining steps that the Pentagon can take to reduce the stigma surrounding reports by military pilots and by civilian pilots. So these pilots, they're seeing these things, you know, they're seeing these things in high numbers. Military pilots, these fighter jet pilots, you know, these uh commercial plane pilots. They're seeing these things in high numbers. I wouldn't doubt that every time they go flying, they see a chariot zoom past or something. You know, there's been numerous reports of chariots flying beside some of these jets, some of these airplanes, civilian airplanes. So let me continue on. It says, among those testifying before the subcommittee are Under Secretary of Defense for Intelligence and Security Ronald Moultrie and Deputy Director of Naval Intelligence Scott Bray. Both have been involved in further investigating the 143 sightings. Hey, it's about one more sighting, it'll be 144. Your brothers will know what that number means, man. It says, sightings, investigating the 143 sightings detailed in a report released last year by the Pentagon's Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon Task Force, an office that has since been replaced by the Airborne Object Identification and Management Synchronization Group. The new division, led by Moultrie, is supposed to detect, identify, and attribute objects of interest in special use airspace and to assess and mitigate any associated threats to safety of flight and national security. Man, y'all can't do nothing, man. Y'all can't do nothing to mitigate y'all's threats and assets, whatever the fuck y'all want to do. Y'all can't do shit. Y'all can create y'all space force, create y'all's damn military might. Man, y'all ain't gonna be nothing. When Yahushua comes back, he's gonna, hey, scripture says he's gonna do y'all away in 1 hour. Your whole kingdom is gonna be done away in 1 hour. Your whole military is gonna be done away within that hour. So there's nothing y'all can do. Really, y'all should just give up right now. We know y'all ain't, but that'd be the smart thing to do. Just surrender. Give us the kingdom. I mean, give us the earth. But we know that ain't gonna happen. The scriptures say that ain't gonna happen. Y'all gonna fight against Yahweh Shai. Y'all gonna get destroyed. Y'all gonna be put into captivity, and then we're gonna be on top of y'all, kicking y'all's ass, day in, day out. It says, let me read this. It says, Congress hasn't held a public hearing on unidentified area phenomenon, UFOs, in over 50 years. That will change next week when I lead a hearing in-house intel on this topic and the national security risk it poses. Yeah, see, they know this is security. This is, I believe this is Jake, or it could be a tear. See, but hey, they know that this is a security risk because they can't stop it, man. These UFOs, man, they fly at incredible speeds, man. They say they fly like 200 something miles per second, which they can fly even faster than that, instantaneous. You know, they can go from one end of the earth to the other within a second. You know, you see in the sky. You know, sometimes when you see like what they call a so-called shooting star. You know, these teachers, these the world's lie to you, man. That ain't no shooting star. That shit ain't real. Shooting star, my ass. Let's talk. Those are the chariots of the Lord, zooming past super fast. You know, there's been sightings of many of them. You know, they be shape shifting. They get smaller. They get bigger. You know, when your house shot comes back, he's gonna come in that big fathership, that massive fathership. He's gonna block out the sky, and with them many angels, thousands and thousands of angels, hundreds of thousands of angels. It's gonna be looking like Independence Day. But except on this time, hey, well, not on this time, but except in real life, uh, uh, it ain't gonna be like the movie. You ain't gonna have Will Smith sneak into the fathership and blow it up, right? It says Americans need to know more about these unexplained occurrences. It says public discussion of UFOs has increased since 2017. Hey, and a lot of these sightings has been increasing more and more, and especially with this nowadays you got cell phones. You know, a lot of people always got cell phones at hand. You know, people got cameras, like I said, cell phones. They got security cameras, you know, on their in their lawn on their houses or whatever. And they've been seeing a lot of they've been recording and seeing a lot of these so-called UFOs, unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs, which we know are chariots. You know, it says when it was revealed the Pentagon had a project known as the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, the AATIP, is tasked with identifying, or at least trying to identify, such aircraft. Last year's report released to Congress, while largely classified, hinted that the Pentagon was involved in analyzing the advanced technology seemingly displayed by UFOs, which it has divided into multiple categories, admitting in one partially redacted section that UAP, unexplained area phenomenon, probably lack a single explanation. Yeah, that single explanation is that they're the chariots, man. They're angels. They're the eyes of the Lord. It says, spurring a renewal of public interest in the phenomenon, were three videos released shortly after the AATIP report and officially confirmed by the Pentagon in 2020. Yeah, so these sightings have been confirmed, man. You know, the Pentagon has officially confirmed had has since 2020 had confirmed that these sightings are true. You know that so-called UFOs are real, right? But it says that shows recordings of unidentified aircraft performing bizarre maneuvers not believed to be possible with known human technology, right? Because these are angels, man, in these ships, and this technology is of the Lord, super advanced technology. You know, your Edomites as much as y'all say, I mean, as much as y'all say y'all have the military might, y'all have nothing compared to the Most High. The Most High has a sword. Like I said, He gave y'all the sword on the earth, but He has the actual sword over everything. He controls everything. You don't think the Most High has a bigger sword than you? You're out your goddamn mind. And it just shows you that you are out your goddamn mind, because in the scriptures it says that you're gonna fight against the Most High, thinking that you have a chance. Let's move on. It says the last public hearings on UFOs concluded in 1970 when the Air Force closed its public investigation to the phenomenon called Project Blue Book. It says despite numerous reports from pilots, both military and civilian, the Air Force concluded that no UFO have ever been a threat to national security. Yeah, because UFOs are, right now, the angels, they're out there. They have a time. I mean, they have a time when this is going to be a time when the Most High is going to give the order for them to attack. But right now, they're patiently waiting. Yahweh Shai is up there with the Most High, patiently waiting to come back and get his vengeance. It ain't the time yet. Like the scripture says, it's a time and a season for everything. It ain't the time yet. But that time's approaching. So Esau is getting scared, man. Even Esau is seeing the time. The time is approaching. That time is approaching. Salakia. He's seeing it, and that's why he's getting nervous, trying to figure out ways to uh, 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 to stop these so-called UFOs. But it says, that's why they created the Space Force. That's why they sent satellite. The satellite that can see super deep into space. Why? To keep an eye on things. But that's all gonna be for nothing, because there ain't nothing you can do to stop it anyway. But anyway, continue on. It says that the objects thus far unexplained did not display advanced technology beyond the knowledge of the day. Man, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. This is some super advanced technology. This ain't no damn drone flying around. It says, and that there was no evidence the aircraft in question was extraterrestrial. Of course it's extraterrestrial. It ain't of this earth. They're angelic forces. Esau's still trying to play it off cool, trying to say, oh, it's probably a different country, or this is and that, or oh, it's probably just a drone, or it's nothing. A phenomenon, just a phenomenon, man. Trying to play it off cool, man, but really they're up there, they're in their damn in their houses, shitting themselves, man. Shaking in their boots. They're scared, man. Otherwise, why would they be doing all this if they weren't scared? If it was of no interest, if it was of no if it was no threat, why would they be doing all this? All this money dumping into this program, right? It says UFO enthusiasts have cried foul play ever since. Right. So now let me get a scripture. This is Zechariah 5:1. It says, then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And that flying roll is talking about UFO, so-called UFO. A chariot of the Lord. Salakia. Verse 2. It says, and then he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. Right, this is a curse unto Esau, man. This is a curse unto the heathen. Because they know soon enough they're going to have to fight this. They're going to have to come face to face with this. The angels are out here showing off in front of Esau, man. Esau is trying to, track him. Esau is trying to shoot at him. Esau is trying to, you know, predict where they're gonna show up and this and that. Man, y'all can't do anything, man. Y'all can't even fly side by side uh, with one. So what makes you think you can take one down? Man, you're at your rabbit ass mouth, man. It says, "For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on one side according to it. I mean, as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it. I will bring it forth, said the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief." And who's the thief? Esau. Who stole the Most High's inheritance, which is Israel? Esau. Who stole the land? Who stole our land? Esau. Who stole the whole earth? Esau. Esau, Edom, right? It says, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name, and who swears falsely by his name, man? Who says, "Oh, we're a God-fearing nation"? Who swears on the Bible before they get inaugurated or whatever, or in court, make you swear upon the Bible? Who says, "In God we trust," but yet do the opposite? There's only one name, man. It says, "And it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof." Yeah, because hey, when Yahushua comes back and the many angels, the thousands of angels are gonna come with him, man, this place is gonna be left. Well, hey, ain't nothing gonna be left. That's the point. There's nothing gonna be left. It's gonna be nothing but rubble. It's gonna consume everything, the timber and the stones. Right? So now let me get Second Chronicle. Second Chronicles chapter 16 and go down to 8. It says wait. Yeah, I'm starting 8. It says, "Were not the Ethiopians and the Lubims a huge host with very many chariots and horsemen? Yet because thou didst rely on Yahweh, he delivered them into thine hand. For the eyes of Yahweh run to and fro throughout the whole earth, to show himself strong in the behalf of them whose heart is perfect toward him." Say, so what are the eyes that run to and fro throughout the whole earth? What is that talking about, man? The UFOs, so-called UFOs, these so-called UAPs, the chariots of the Lord, the angels. That's what that's talking about. This is to show himself strong in the behalf of them whose heart is perfect toward them, right? Because these angels, man, whether you know it or not, they're protecting the elect. They're protecting the believers of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. They're fighting for us. But it says, "Herein thou hast done foolishly, therefore from hence thou shalt have wars." Right? So now let me get last precept. Let me get Psalm. I just want to make this real quick. I didn't want to make it too long. Psalm 68 and go down to 17. It says, "The chariots of the Most High are 20,000, even thousands of angels." It says, "The Lord is among them as in Sinai, in the holy place." Yeah, the Most High has thousands and thousands of angels, man. And they're up there right now, flying around, man, doing the Lord's work, protecting the righteous, causing judgment upon fucking heathens, or 2/3, right? And it says, as in Sinai, Because in Mount Sinai, what was there, man? That pillar of fire, right? That hovered over Mount Sinai. That was a chariot. That was a so-called UFO or a so-called UAP, whatever Esau fucking names them. That's what it was. Reading the book of Exodus, whenever the the Israelites they were in the Salakia, they were in the wilderness. It was a pillar of fire by night and a pillar of clouds by day. To give them shade, and at night to give them light to guide them where they were going. That was a chariot. That was a chariot. People read the the Bible, man, and they don't understand what they're reading. Like they literally think it's an actual pillar of fire, just a ball of fire just floating up there, or a pillar of clouds just floating up there. Nah, man, this is a chariot floating in the sky, hovering over the Israelites. You know, that's where the manna came from. But yeah, man, these chariots, man, the live sightings are coming up more and more frequently. It's gonna come a time to the point where Esau's gonna have to just say what it is, because we're out here in the highways and byways, giving y'all the answers, telling y'all that these are the chariots of the Lord. Esau's telling y'all that they're green people, and that there's green people in them. You know what I'm saying? Showing y'all in these by showing y'all in these movies that, like I said, for example, Independence Day, telling y'all there's some strange looking creatures up in there, coming to fight against the earth, and they're evil and this and that. Nah, the world is evil. Them chariots are the good guys, the righteous. They're gonna come down and bring judgment upon this wicked planet, upon this wicked kingdom, Esau's kingdom, and he's gonna deliver 1/3 out of his people, the Israelites, which are the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. So if y'all Israelites, man, who ain't right, man, y'all better get right. Otherwise, y'all gonna receive a damn lightning strike on y'all's fucking ass, man, by these chariots. So the Most High is gonna have y'all die any kind of fucked up way that he deems y'all to die. Like it says in the scriptures, knowing the fear of the Lord. I mean, knowing the terror of the Lord, we persuade many. See, we know the terror of the Lord. That's what we're out there in the highways and byways, man, preaching His word, trying to wake up the elect, not the whole nation, but the elect, because we know 2/3 ain't gonna receive it. But anyway, I hope this lesson was edifying. I'm gonna close that out by saying, Kahala Yallah, Yamla, Allahayana wa Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Chahak. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who ruled well. Salutation to the Akim out there pushing His word without truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Until the next time, I'm going to say Shalom.